Oh yeah, very much. Because my father died when I was maybe 6 months old. So I never had a father. So my grandfather, little Italian guy, 5 foot tall, hands of steel. This guy could do anything. Bend a 10-penny nail in his hand, like he was an animal. And he built everything with his hands. Built his own furnace. It looked like a prehistoric kind of thing, but we were all warm. A grapefruit cellar he built, stayed 55 degrees in 100-degree weather. It was perfect. We stored all of our fruits and vegetables in there. And he taught me something, even though if I didn't know it at the time. I mean, I was a pain in the ass kid. I was a hellion. I mean, he would tie me to a post in the fucking basement with rocks on my knees. Oh, he was a son of a bitch. But I loved him. Oh, I loved that guy. And he taught me it was important to do these things. The family unit was important. And you had to prepare for that little family to get through the winter or to get by. You had to do this. This was part of your survival, part of how you made it. So, you know, it was important. I didn't know it, but many years later I found out it was very important. Very important. And people don't want to prepare for anything. But I'm getting old. I'm on my way out. You know, I'm not in the business to show people anymore. I'd much rather be back in the jungles than operating here in these, you know, politically correct countries. The effort you've got to make to say, I don't like the supermarket. I don't like the shit on the shelves. I want to make my own smokehouse. I want to smoke my own meat.
I want to make my own knife.
Yeah, I want to forge. I've always wanted to forge. But the willingness to do it, say, I'm not eating this shit anymore, full of chemicals and full of this and full of that. I've got to hunt my own food, kill my own food, and prepare my own food. If it needs to be smoked, I have a smokehouse. I prepare it. If I have to build a greenhouse, but living in a cold place like up here in the mountains, I'd have my greenhouse. We'd have our vegetables. But there's a commitment you make. Maybe it's just too difficult for most people. It's easy to go to the supermarket. It's easy to do this. It's easy to do that. I can rely on the government. They'll provide everything for me. I can go back to sleep, and nobody will know anything. So when I wake up at 65 years old, I didn't do anything in my fucking life. Oh, it's okay. Time to die. Doesn't make sense to me. You got to make the commitment first. Learn these things, because this is going to keep you alive. The governments are not going to pay your bills much longer. They're not going to do it, guys. I'm telling you right now. They don't have the money. The system is not sustainable, and it won't work. But you got to have the commitment. If it's not coming from you, it's not going to get done. In a bit, yeah, sure it is. Because you've got to risk. You've got to prepare. You've got to buy. You've got to support the system. Even if it's small, your own little family, 2 or 3 little kids, your own little, you know, a group of you people get together and do it. It's a risk. But because you're going against the system. You're going against it. But it's not a fight. That kind of drive is the thing that you need to survive. That keeps us going. It keeps us alive. That's what we need. Going to the supermarket. It's a joke. We were men before. We went out, killed our meat, cooked it, fed our family. That's men. But we don't have to go and kill our own food today. We go to the supermarket. But when you rely on the supermarket, no, not a good deal. You gotta have them. There's nothing you have to have a gun. You have to have a good weapon, reliable. It's always nice to have a couple of grenades, a nice M79, 45, 70. No, it's, I love guns, but I have a respect for guns and ultra respect for weapons. It's something that it becomes a part of your life, and it's a necessity. It can keep you alive. I've killed a lot of people. I'm not very proud of it, but they were shooting at me and I was shooting at them, so I was lucky. But a weapon is something that you respect. From this big, I always had that respect. And most of the crews that we deal with, my Delta guys, SEALs, that we deal with constantly, even now, there's a respect with that weapon. You never treat it wrong. You never show somebody a weapon. You never point it at them. You don't fool around with a weapon. It's not part of us. We don't operate that way. You only pick it up unless you're going to use it. And thank God I haven't been able to use it. So I don't kill any more meat. I go to the supermarket. Mostly a 45. I'm more comfortable because that's what I was, that's what I carried in Vietnam. I love my M14, but
did you actually have to use your 45 in Vietnam?
Yeah, a couple of times, face to face. And a lot of times after you shoot them with your M14 or your M16, you just make sure they're dead and you shoot them in the head. We were there, S&Ds, search and destroy. We never captured anybody. We never left anybody alive. No one, not one person. Not even a water buffalo. Never left anything for them. And it's, it's rough, but that's what we did. That's what they did. So you learn quickly. But regarding weapons, it's all respect. Oceans is all respect. Certain things have much more power than we play around with them. I couldn't see my playing around with a gun. You don't play with them. What else you got?
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Unless you
Good
want to
talking
add
to you.
something.
Huh?
Unless
Good talking to you. It's been a pleasure.
And you're cold?
Haven't thought of freezing my ass. No, it's not that bad.
Today is a lot better.
Yeah, God.
But yeah, no, it's always interesting to actually have that opportunity to have a little window in reality, and not just stay on theory or
absolutely.
or fake reality, false reality.
100%. If you don't have the reality to it, you're dealing in bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't. When it becomes real and you're not prepared, you're screwed. No longer a game. Not a game anymore. And that's what a lot of people misunderstand. Big misunderstanding between reality and you're confronted with something that's...
There's no do-overs.
There's no makeovers.
Yeah.
No way. It's you and that's it. But because it's overwhelming in a sense. And you get into certain situations where, well, like you and your train wreck. You were a young kid on your wedding, and a tragedy happens. You're completely freaked out. You help people, you drag people, you're just doing things mechanical, okay?
Yeah, there's actually no thought process.
There's no thought. You just do. You just do. But 10 to 1, you were in shock from the minute it happened all the way through your whole experience. The concept of dealing with such a tragedy or an overwhelming experience is you have to experience that over and over again. And then you become experienced. Then you know what you're going to do. You know where you're going to go. and you know what you have to do. And that's reality. The first time it happens, you operate out of just mechanical movements, and you're in shock to begin with. After that, then it hits you. You say, "Oh my God, what's happened to me? What is this? I don't feel comfortable anymore. I don't know what to do anymore."
Do you think that's what happens, or that's what happened when you got back from Vietnam?
No, I was a little bit different. I was there a year and a half, and no, I was different than that. I didn't come back like that. I came back knowing what I could do, which is much worse than being not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I knew exactly what I could do, and that was not that's not a good place to be. Not a good place at all. But when you're confronted with a tragedy, and you're not experienced to handle it, most people just don't know what to do. A lot of them throw themselves into it, and they're in shock. They're doing things that they would never do, because they never had an experience before. But after you grow and grow and grow, and more tragedies, more experiences, more things like that happen to you, because you put yourself in those type of situations. Some people become cops, some people become firemen. They handle that kind of overwhelming tragedy differently than a normal person would, because you're experienced to handle it. You don't go to shock. You're intelligent. You're thinking about what to do. The same thing with us when we came back. But we came back much different. We weren't the same kid that left. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. But I was lucky. What else you got?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all?
Let's go warm up.
Oh, it's free.